Alright, guys, let's talk about one of my favorite comedies of all time, The New Guy. Came out in 2002. It's PG-13. It's an hour and 28 minutes. Now, this film very much is special to me because in high school I wasn't the most popular kid, and I always wished that I could transfer to another school like Dizzy Harris did and be the cool guy. Well, that's why it's always only in movies that this happens. So let's dive into the cast a little bit. We have DJ Qualls as Dizzy Harris. We have Lyle Lovett as his father, Bear. Don't ask me why that's his father's name, but anyway, we have Alicia Dushkar as Danielle. We have Zoe Deschanel as Nora. We have Gerard Mixon as Kirk. We have Perry Shen as Glenn. We have Eddie Griffin as Luther. We have Ross Patterson as Connor. And we have some cameos by Charlie and Jerry O'Connell. We have Tony Hawk. We have Gene Simmons. We have Henry Rollins. The cameos in this, I think there's even Justin Todd. There's even Tommy Lee. There's so many cameos in this film that it's kind of crazy because it doesn't make sense for them to be in this film. So, as I was stating earlier, the film is about Dizzy, who is a loser in the school at Rocky Creek High, and he ends up, let's just say, having a very, very embarrassing episode happen, and he is forced to do whatever he can to get expelled from that school and transfer to another. So when he gets transferred to East Highland, he changes his name because his real name is, I think it's Dizzy Gillespie Harris. So he changes it to Gil Harris, and he is one of the coolest guys ever. He gets all the girls. He becomes what all us dorks decide, hey, I want to be this. But in this film, the main reason why I enjoy it so much is because it brings you back to earth of, hey, a lot of people could be feeling this way, and, you don't know how they feel if you don't get to know them. And there's a point in this film where Gil Harris ends up he ends up kind of just forgetting about his old friends, and then he gets a little reminder that, hey, if you don't start, acknowledging your old friends, then you're just like any other bully. And that's a huge turning point in this film because, it kind of brings you to the reality that, your true friends will always be there. And The New Guy very much, it blends so much together with family and friends and just how shitty high school really is. And, but one of the biggest things that this film teaches you is that honesty is the best way to do anything. So now IMDb gave it a 5.8 out of 10. I gave it a complete 5 out of 5 because this film is absolutely hilarious. It's kind of corny. I think nowadays it would kind of be considered as a B-list film, but the cast is amazing, and there's a decent amount of, I guess you can say, provocative scenes. Sadly, there is no place to stream this, but if you've watched it before, let me know what you think. If you haven't and you want to go and try and find a way to rent it, I highly suggest it, because like I said, this film will not disappoint. Just be ready for a very, very corny comedy. So, let me know.